So this is gonna be a different type of video. Nothing about boating or anything. Might start making a new like channel playlist, or maybe a whole new YouTube channel entirely if this it's something anyone wants to see. But I signed up for the Ironman Gulf Coast 70.3 in Panama City on I think it's May 11th this year. And it is now February 5th. So I've been doing a lot of training. I signed up for it last April 2023. So I've been about, what is that, 10 months, give or take, so far of just casually training, getting in shape. And it's really started ramping up lately. I'm doing about eight hours a week. You know, they say like maybe 10 hours a week. If you saw my last video, I kind of got hurt, got an MRI done. This was all sort of set in my Zwift Hub bike review trainer. And I didn't really want to get into recording any of these Ironman training videos. One, I didn't know if I would be healthy enough to even train for it. I'm an cross-country college athlete, so I've got a lot of old bones and muscles and stuff that just don't work as well as I used to when I was younger. But my dad did this exact race when he was 36 years old. So I felt like, well, I got between now and 36, just turned 30 this past June, to do one of these. So it's kind of where my motivation got. My dad's been big inspiration to me with all kinds of stuff growing up in life, fishing and hunting, and sort of where all my competition comes from. It's just competing against stuff that he did and doing stuff that he did. Same thing, I tried the marathon, did not work out very well. Still haven't beaten his time. I think he did 3:46 is his best. I was like 3:52. First 15 miles, I was all under 7-minute pace, and then my body's just shut down. So I was on like a 3-hour, 4-minute marathon pace, but did not work out that way. I dropped to like 11 minutes, started walking and stuff. But anyway, so still got to beat his marathon time there. But since then, that was about 5 years ago. That was 2019. So since then, I've been just sort of casually running and getting in shape, and we're trying to get in shape. My body keeps getting fatter as I age, apparently. But this was sort of a side dream goal I always wanted to try to do since he did it. Wasn't sure I was able to even train for it to begin with. Didn't have a bike. Had one in college for a little while. So in April, when I purchased my Trek bike that you saw in my prior video, was sort of the big like, hey, you got a road bike now. Maybe you should finally train for this Ironman that you've always wanted to do, half Ironman. So that's when it came. And then as soon as I signed up for it, within like the week of buying the road bike, had zero actual setup training other than I ran the Palace Saloon that year. This is in Tallahassee. It's like our fastest 5K. People break like 15 minutes at it. It's sort of when I said, you know what, just sign up for it. Like always, sign up for things and then train for it. If you don't sign up for things, you're not going to do it. You cannot train for something, I believe, without go ahead and buying something in advance. So if you guys want a tip there, if you want a competition or a challenge to complete, go ahead, buy it without any training, as long as you're far enough out, and just start, you know, kicking ass at it. So about to go for this run. Last week I started having problems with my left foot and the metatarsals, about the 3 and the 4 in between there. Being a college runner, I know stuff about stress fractures. I've had them before, and sort of kind of nervous about it. So last Monday I got an x-ray came back negative. Tuesday got the MRI done, and I didn't do any running since last Saturday, so 2 Saturdays ago now. And then today they called me and said my MRI is negative. I do not have a stress fracture, it's just overuse. And basically the prior weeks I did a couple 6-milers, I did a 9-miler. That was like the farthest I've ran for this training period. You know, I got to get to 13 miles for this Ironman. So that was a shock. I did not expect that. So basically it was just me being a wimp, and my feet hurt, and that was it. So we're gonna be out here for the first time. I think I'm just gonna do a little mile, short mile. Today's supposed to be my off day. My off days are always on Mondays. And if you're interested, I will post maybe my graph of everything I've been training with. I got 13 weeks left, so this is a really not like up-to-date type of Ironman video that you guys have probably seen if you guys have ever done Ironmans or training and stuff. Usually people start in the beginning and start recording their process. I'm at the tail end because I didn't think I'd actually be able to get this close to training and be healthy enough. Just like this scare, I thought I was having a stress fracture and I thought everything was gonna be over. So yeah, come with me on this little run. I don't think I'll do a lot of these runs because it's on a GoPro and I don't know how hyper smooth really works with running, but let's just talk. So before I run, this is my watch. It's the Garmin 965. Did have a oh look, it says suggestion 10:15 for 42 minutes. We're not doing that today, so we're gonna gotta wait for the GPS like always. Gear for running. Let's just go over some gear. I'm wearing a t-shirt. It's like 40 something degrees, some shorts, and I'm running in the Asics Nova Blast. I think these are the second ones. Yeah. Oh, there we go. It's ready. I've been running in Asics for a couple years now. I was running in the Asics Nimbus line. I started in the 24, did the Nimbus 25, then did the I don't think I did the Nimbus 26, but I ran 2 sets in the 25, and those are really good long distance running shoe. Then I was like, I think they're just too cushiony if I was wanting to do some 5Ks or maybe some 10Ks in town. I probably need a little bit more of a speedy shoe that's also a good daily trainer. And when I was starting to look at some stuff, the Nova Blast was kind of one of the new things, and I like the color. Good, safe neon color for mornings, evenings. Sorry, some doggies are barking. Bark at me every day like they don't know I'm here. But so that's my shoes, that's my watch, and that's pretty much all you need to go for running. Garmin has a lot of different types. This one's good for triathlete stuff. You can get away with a lot of other ones. Like, what did I have? 645 Music. Had that one for a couple years, and that one, I think I just stopped using it. I think wrist strap broke on it, but where the metal piece connects, that broke, and it cracked. Got hung on a door, of all things. So I was like, well, good excuse to buy a new one since the frame basically cracked. And by the way, sounds like I'm breathing hard. It's because I am. I've been doing biking and swimming the last week without running, but they do not equal each other in terms of strength and ability and lung capacity, VO2. So, and then I'm talking, I don't ever really talk. No one really runs with me. Ironman training is a solo thing. I like it that way. Some people join clubs and groups, but in the race, you can't draft people. So it's kind of like, why even get in group rides? You can, there's times and places for it. I have. Train a lot with my dad. But yeah, this is the run. I won't probably do a whole lot of these. It's probably not that entertaining. Just doing a nice mile. My watch's heart rate's not even syncing up. It's gonna say I'm in great shape. My heart rate's slow. Oops. Press the stop button. But yeah, so let's talk about training. Yeah. So signed up in April, like I said earlier. Ironman training is kind of like it's a rabbit hole of training. I mean, you got your training plans that are just meant to complete the race, and you got your training plans that are more amateur, pro based, people who really want to compete for it. Me, being an ex-competitor, I kind of wanted to compete with a training plan, but I'd rather just have the first one get done with and just complete the thing without being too exhausted. Learned my lesson with the marathon, going out of your way with workouts and high intensity stuff, anaerobic exercises and hill repeats and track workouts, that it didn't help me at the end because I crashed. So I've been doing a lot of zone 2, zone 3 training with a mix of zone 4, zone 5, and, you know, some of them upper ones, but not too much. Being injury prone all my life, I've pretty much reduced a lot of the running by a lot. I'll probably maximum been running 20 miles a week, and it's been mainly hovering around 15, consistent of maybe 3 runs lately, or up until this MRI. It was more like I did 2 6s and a longer run. So like, obviously I did 8, 9 last week or 2 ago. That was the highest I got to, but before that it was 2 same distance runs with a long run. And then on bike, long bike days, Saturday, I would be doing a transition run after the bike, which is about 10 to 20 minutes, just depending on how I felt. I would go 20, or based off plans and stuff we had to do for the day, I would do less. So, but usually it's about 2 miles, 20 minutes. I'd get 2 miles done in about 16 to 18 minutes, maybe, you know, 8 to 9 minute pace. Nothing fancy, just something to transition the legs with. That's all it's meant for. If you didn't know, the Ironman is swim, bike, run in that order. It's based off of safety. I guess that's what I've been told. Swimming's the most dangerous, then biking, and then running is the safest and last event. You wouldn't want to swim at the very end of an Ironman. Imagine the cramps and the drownings. So, in terms of my weekly schedule, pretty much do Monday's an off day. Sometimes I get off of that because I break down and don't have enough time on Friday because we go and get dinner and get some wings with some beers, you know. And Tuesday is typically a swim, and you'll find out towards the end of the week why I do that. Wednesday's a run. Thursday, another run. Friday, swim or a run. Saturday is a bike, a long bike. I used to do 2 days a week of biking, like a 40-45 minute bike on like Wednesday, and then the time change happened. Don't really have time. My roads are pretty busy after work, so can't really sneak in that extra bike ride. So I've been just focusing on doing a little bit longer of a bike ride, 2 hours, about 28 to 30 miles. I've done one 53 miler a couple weeks ago, so I got it. I think I can do it. It's not gonna be a problem. And then Sunday is supposed to be a long run. They typically haven't worked out that way. It just becomes another like chill run. All my long runs I've been doing have been like on that Wednesday or Friday. So let's think. Sorry. So yeah, 3 to 4 runs. One of them's transition part. Don't really count it. 1 to 2 bikes. 2 days of swimming. For a little bit, I was doing 1 day of swimming and just swimming like 3,000 yards in a pool, which is like, I don't know, I think almost like a mile and a half, mile and a quarter. So, yeah, mile and a half. About 2,500 yards is about the distance for the Ironman. So I'm swimming past it pretty much every time. Nothing crazy. I don't like pool workouts as much. Some people get crazy into that, but swimming accounts for like 20% of the freaking race. I don't know why people focus so hard on it. I was a beach lifeguard. I was in the Coast Guard. I'm a pretty dang good swimmer. I don't need to focus that hard on it. So I might say differently when I'm in the ocean, but I do a lot of spearfishing, as you guys can tell on this channel. So I'm pretty comfortable in the ocean. If anything, I'll just push someone else in the way of a shark instead of me, you know, or ride the shark. That'd be pretty cool. Just ride it by the fin. But yeah, that's my training week. I was doing a lot of 5-hour weeks, a couple 6s, and it's really hard to break past the hours that people do. If you don't do more than one workout a day, it's nearly impossible to get time in. I don't like getting up in the morning. That's why I'm running in the evening right now. So I give it to the people who do the full Ironman. You need about 15, 20 hours a week, they say, to be really in good shape. They say you could do it in 10 hours. But trust me, I did more training for the marathon in a week on 10 hours than just chilling doing 10. I mean, hey, you know, some people got that drive, but doing an 18, 19-hour competition ain't easy. So might as well do some good training. Hopefully everything what I'm saying is making sense. It's probably like really bouncing, and I've talked for 11 minutes and 30 seconds almost straight. Definitely making my run go by. I ran past my turn because I felt like an overachiever. Didn't feel like just running a mile. Might crank it to 2. My wife told me not to do 2, do 1. But I like running. No, I don't. I hate it. I don't know how I used to do this. It's still tough. If you're curious my running history, sorry if it's windy. I'm running into the wind now. It was like my mile time was 4:23. My 5K time 15:55. My record just got broken. Had it for like since 2012. So yeah, like 12, 13 years. Just got broken by a New Lincoln kid, which is pretty badass. Gave him my state baton, signed it with my time, told him to pass it on in case someone else breaks it, which probably won't ever happen. School wasn't known for distance running in years. But then let's see, 10K time was like nothing crazy. I only did like 2 of them in college. It's usually done by the end of the year to do that. It was like 30, 33, maybe. I can't remember that time. 35. My 8K was 26:10, 26:20 or something like that. Fact check me, college teammates, if you're watching. I don't care. Kind of backtracking on distances. 800 was like 157. So I mean, I got some history in the runs. You know, pretty knowledgeable in that area. But yeah, so this is me recording a run. Don't do a lot of these, obviously. First time. Been crappy weather to do any fishing. Did just change my oil on the boat, so I'm all ready for a good day. Didn't winterize it the right way. Didn't have the money. So, but I'm ready now. What's my pace? I'm doing about 9:40 pace. That's my heart rate, 156. Still in the green. Mile 45. 9:40 average, like I said. Nothing crazy. Just getting getting some time in the legs. Wasn't even supposed to do anything today. Like I said, might even hop on the bike for a little bit. The Zwift is, I wouldn't say addicting, but it's pretty cool. I'll do better videos. The first video was god awful. I should probably delete it. It's not even that interesting. It's kind of like a 9 o'clock at night unboxing video. So sorry if it sucked. If you found it informational, give it a like, give it a dislike. I don't care. I'll make them better next time if these videos take off. It'd be cool to have a video camera on, like a drone, just following me. It is nice, though, to get back at it. Again, when you stop doing one discipline, whether it's swimming or biking or running, because a muscle group doesn't work right, or it's hurting, or it's sore, swimming causes a lot of shoulder soreness. So I gotten some days like that where I didn't swim for a while, or like a week, get back in the pool. It's just nice to change it up. Sort of why I guess triathletes love it so much. Not stick to doing one thing over and over. But man, is it a grind. And it ain't cheap. You can go over the costs probably. I don't have like a running spreadsheet of what everything has costed, but cost. I don't think costed's a word. Start with swimming. I never owned a swim cap before. I'll go all over this in person if you guys want to see my gear in another video. I'll do that too. But swim cap, didn't buy that for like the first 3 months. Freaking game changer. God, I always felt like I wanted to make fun of guys wearing them. But boy, does it make you like a needle in the water, or a knife in water. It's freaking so helpful. Goggles, any pair will do. Definitely don't wear a normal swim mask. I want to. I want to be able to see some fish while I'm swimming in the ocean. Would be nice, but it is a lot of resistance to a square face. So just get some Speedos, or Nike makes some good ones. Roka, just recently bought some Rokas, I'll show you. And some swim pants or shorts for men, women. Can't advise you there, but just get a nice pair. Definitely make a difference having tights. I've tried the Speedo like short, like what are they, like a 3-inch short or whatever. Not a full Speedo. Was not a fan. Rubs the legs raw. So that's swimming. I have a gym membership to Premier. It was like $60 a month. I primarily just use it for swimming. Don't do the gym much. Every now and then I'll change it up, add a gym workout. Biking, you'll see I have a Trek Domani AL3. There's 6 levels, 2 through 6. And basically in the AL frame, which is aluminum, is all that changes is all the group sets and the parts. All Shimano, from Claris being the lower, AL2, Sora mine, AL3 is the Tiagra, then AL4 is Ultegra, 105, and then Ultegra is in the AL5, and then I think the SRAM or something like that is in AL6, and then they have the SL series and the Domani, which I think it's what it's called, is all the carbon fiber frames, carbon frames. I mean, you drop carbon frame, you're pretty much screwed, so I don't care. Aluminum's good. I like to push more weight, better for training. I'm gonna use a road bike for the triathlon. You might ask, why didn't you get a triathlon bike? Can't afford 2 bikes. Triathlon bikes are not comfortable to bike in year round. I can buy some aero bars for my road bike, which I plan to do, just haven't yet, and maybe use those. Might start training with them in the next couple of weeks if I buy one. Buy some good water bottles that have insulation. I learned that lesson in the summer. Insulated bottles like Camelback brands are game changer. Don't buy just a cheap water bottle that doesn't keep the bottle cold throughout the bike. Hot water's not fun to drink. Get some good road bike shoes or triathlon shoes. Very hard to find triathlon shoes. Every bike store I've been to in town in Tallahassee doesn't sell triathlon shoes, so gotta freaking buy them online. And I got just some basic Bone Traeger shoes. Get some good bike gear. You're gonna be biking a lot. Get some normal road bike ones. Get some fluorescent colors for safety. Get some lights for your bike. They're not expensive. Buy them on Amazon. Cheap light's better than fancy light. You can go all out on bikes. Bike's the most expensive part. My bike cost me $1,500, and that was new. I wish I bought used. My dad found a pretty good used bike that has old Chegra on it. Pretty jelly. Could have saved a lot of money there. And then for indoor training, I didn't buy a Zwift indoor trainer until 13 weeks out. So it's crappy weather, it's getting cold. Thought I was gonna have a stress fracture, so that's why I bought it. I'm in Florida. I got year-round possibilities to train, so I don't feel like you need to have a Zwift if you live in places like I do. But we do have days like this. Yesterday was all raining. Wasn't a bike day, so didn't need it. But it's good for extra rides. I might get something in after this, just like 10-20 minutes, just to crank up some time. And yeah, that's pretty much the bike. Get a good helmet. They make some Aero road bike helmets, so you can use them for both. That tech's come a long way. I have a Garmin 1050 computer, I think. Little pricey. I bought it before I bought this watch. This watch does everything that does. But I wouldn't have had the speed sensors and the cadence stuff on the bike, so I could have bought them. But it's nice. It's got good safety features. It can call Carly until I got in an accident, vice versa. Sends out a tracking beacon so she can watch me throughout my ride. So there's all kinds of stuff if you guys are scared about not having that are beneficial. I mean, road biking is the scariest one if you guys don't have any experience. Even learning clip-in pedals are chaotic. I've fallen. I might attach a video or two here a couple times in the yard when I started my clip. And yeah, so that's the bike. This is the run. My running, nothing crazy. These are Amazon shorts I've had for like 5-6 years. I think I had these in the Ironman or the marathon. I think I raced in these. Just some Bayleaf. Bayleaf also makes some good cycling products. Oh, some cars coming. Bayleaf also makes some good cycling products. I don't like people seeing that on camera and videoing like a dork. What was I saying? Yeah, Bayleaf makes some good brands for activities, cycling. I think they do swimming and running. These are better than Hoka's. Believe it or not, I'm returning a pair of Hoka running shorts today because they're such a crap product. No offense. The ones I got, 5-inch short, felt like I was wearing a Speedo in the undergarment that's built into it. It's very soft material, but did not fit true to size. So sending those back. Maybe I'll get a different pair, but not impressed. Shoes, winter shoes over already. Asics. If you guys have sensitive legs, sensitive knees, back problems, Asics is your go-to. If you're military, they do 30% off. They used to do 40. It changed in the last year. So I get all my Asics gear, even buy my spouse some stuff, because you can have your family through it. And I save a ton of money. So Asics, probably for life. Can't beat that. Great orthotics. If you guys have, like I said, bad legs and stuff, orthotics are great. Not these Nova Blasts are not really an orthotic shoe, but the Nimbus line, Cumulus line, great lines to start into. Nimbus is like the pinnacle of cloud running shoes. I mean, so much cushion. Very good for long distance. Not good for speed. Not good for off-road. Great marathon trainer shoe. You're probably racing it, but you don't get a lot of responsiveness in the shoe. Like these Nova Blasts, they drive you forward a little bit more, which is why I wanted them. Get into something different. I'm tired of running like a Clydesdale. Speaking of weight, let's get into weight, since that's basically running. Let's get into weight. I'm actually running way farther than a mile, by the way. Just having a good time running and talking with y'all. I'm at 2.6. I'll get a full 3. My road's exactly like 3 miles. Stop sign, stop sign. I started my training in April, like I said earlier. 2:15. I think my doctor's office clocked me at 2:12 at one point, but I know I was 2:15. I didn't save that weight scale, but I am down to 198. Just from 5 to 6 hours a week on average. 3s and 4s in the beginning, 3-4 hours a week. Maybe 2 days off. Primarily 1 day off a week. And I got down to 198. I'm not really watching what I eat. Should be, probably shave off a lot more, but that's about 1 pound a month. So I'm really happy with that. Didn't think I'd ever go under 200 again. Again, any college buddies watching this, I don't know what you're doing to keep so thin, but this Clydesdale's got a belly. So yeah, enjoy yourself while you're doing this stuff. Have a beer every now and then. Go to Wing, get some wings on Friday, get some margaritas on Thursday and Tuesday, you know? Not that many times, but, you know. Enjoy your training. That's what life's about. Life's about to have fun, challenge yourself, see what you can do. And yeah, just kill it, you know? Sign up for something, do it. Have fun doing it. A lot of people driving on my street. It's wifey. I am running with my GoPro. I'm 2.8 miles in. It's flying by. Foot feels great. See ya home. She's gonna be mad at me. Supposed to be an easy day. It's actually, other than having to hold this GoPro stick, it's really helping my lung capacity. Probably just running at a conversational pace is the go-to type of run you guys need to do. If you can't get to it, that could be a goal, just to get to a conversational pace, something you can talk to. If you can't talk to someone, bring a camera, start recording yourself like I'm doing, and do it as long as you can. 30 minutes. Still in zone 2, 150. I think that's zone 2, might be zone 3. Zone 2 is kind of weird and green. Just chilling there. Means I didn't lose as much running ability as I thought. So anyway, as I get close to ending this video, my wife's down there looking at me. Drop a like and a comment if this is the type of video you'd be interested in. I know it's way different. It's not something I do. Obviously, this is a spearfishing channel, but I might make a new channel for just this. If anyone's interested in doing this stuff, or you're just like, screw it, sounds fun, just let me know. I don't know if I'll do a lot of these. I'm sure it's not a very interesting video. How much bouncing there is, I'll see when I start editing it. But all right, like always, God bless. Catch you in the next one.